come it seems like every time you turn around, Donald Trump is watering down his own tariff policy? This time we're talking about smartphones, computers, items we all use. Apparently, electronics imported to the U.S. will be exempt from President Donald Trump's sweeping tariffs. Now, this is according to some sort of a notice that came out from Custom and Border Protection. I read it on CNN. That means your smartphones, your computers, other electronic devices will be exempt from these tariffs. We all know right now that the Trump administration has imposed a minimum tariff rate, I think 145% on Chinese goods. So we're going to see all this.
Hey beautiful people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for stopping by, supporting your girl on this channel. All credits goes to the creators in this video. So guys, in today's video, I've always been bringing videos up about tariff plans and this old China-US tariff drama. So just a quick update for us here. So Trump has made a move that got people talking again on the internet. So what did he do this time? After slapping those massive tariffs on Chinese imports, okay, we are talking about up to 125%. Now, Trump announced that he's exempting some stuff. Now, not everything will be included in those tariffs. Key things like smartphones, we're talking about the iPhones, especially the laptops, the semiconductors, all this tech that powers basically your everyday life, right? And why? I keep asking myself over and over, why those major tech things? Okay, those big names in tech, think of Apple, think of Microsoft, even Tesla. Okay, maybe, just maybe, they were not having it. Okay, maybe there was a meeting back door and they're like, okay, Trump, what do you think you're doing? Okay, we've been supporting you. You think you can just bite us at the back? They need China to stay affordable. So guys, what do you think? These exemptions, what do you think? Does it look like a tactical retreat to you? Let me know what you think in the comment section. Let's get into these videos.
Exempted phones, computers, and chips from the new tariffs.
What happened?
I'll tell you. 145% tariffs against China are still in effect, but now smartphones and laptops aren't going to be included. So the prices on those won't increase.
But only companies like Apple, who already have their manufacturers set up in China, are going to benefit.
Actually, all Americans are going to benefit because they don't have to pay a higher price for an iPhone anymore. Hasn't the problem been solved?
No, because companies located in the U.S. that
You're
still need
ugly.
their raw materials from China still have to pay a higher rate.
Boy.
Tech is still going to go
Everybody
up.
had a problem with Trump's tariffs, but obviously he does know what he's doing. He does care about Americans. He's doing this for me.
It actually
and you.
kind of gives a monopoly to the billionaire companies that can afford to put their supply chains in China. So it's a win for them, not for everybody else.
So the tariffs are only for fully built iPhones? And if a company from America needs an iPhone piece from China, they still pay a tariff on that? Meaning the price is still going to increase anyway, except for the monopoly business, so they can have a lower price than everybody else.
At least we're no longer in chaos. We are chaotic. We fired the IRS, hired them back. We put tariffs on all these countries, took them away, put them back, removed some of them here and there. We can't make our mind up.
It's too late. We finally
Hit with the silent treatment by China, Donald Trump just caved on tariffs once again, announcing that all electronics and electronic goods will be exempt from his tariffs. This includes smartphones, computers, chips, as well as other electronics like semiconductors, solar cells, flat panel TV displays, flash drives, memory cards, and solid state drives are now exempt from tariffs. This is funny because over the last several weeks, MAGA kept trying to convince us that these tariffs would make it so that electronics would be manufactured in the US, that iPhones were coming over here, that we're going to make chips here. I mean, seriously, whatever credibility this administration had entering this term has been completely thrown out the window. They've told us for weeks that tariffs were going to bring American jobs, but now that Trump reverses tariffs, oh, it's the art of the deal. He got other countries to negotiate. Sounds like China is ignoring Donald Trump. They've called his tariffs a joke, and they said they're going to stop marketing American goods in their country. So Donald Trump is trying to quietly lower his tariffs that he himself implemented while the rest of America loses money.
So, as always, people always have different views. Some people are saying that finally, common sense. Don't raise prices on the stuff that we need, okay? Everyday items, phones, laptops, and all of that. That is what some people think. with the amount of videos that I've seen. And some are saying, so the big tech companies get a pass, right? But small business owners are still gonna eat those tariffs. What do you guys think? And economists will always have something to say. Economists are also saying, some are saying that it's part of a smart compromise, and some are saying that, okay, Trump, this is messy. Pick a lane, bro. What are you doing? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section, because this is so twisted.
The dream of a US-made iPhone is officially over. That's because this morning, Trump exempted more than 20 items, including smartphones, chips, and computers, from those 145% tariffs on China. No tariff on smartphones means no reason for Apple to bring production back to the US. This is a stunning reversal from a few days ago where the White House insisted that iPhones would be American-made. But even with those triple-digit tariffs, Apple and experts like me said that that was never going to happen. The only thing the tariffs would do was hurt the economy, which is the entire reason why Trump is removing them now. It's an admission that these tariffs will not make Apple move iPhone production back to the US, and it's an admission that these triple-digit tariffs will be destructive for the US economy and the US consumer. US inflation expectations are at a 45-year high for a reason. Some of you may be confused by an announcement that Apple made earlier this year, pledging $500 billion to build factories and invest in the US. But that announcement was never about iPhones. That announcement was building AI-related server farms in the US. Apple was always clear that iPhones would not be made here. And even Steve Jobs said that over a decade ago. To everybody who told me I was wrong and being a hater when I explained why these broad-based tariffs were a bad idea, you've just made the D3 list, a podcast about dumb, desperate, and diabolical business decisions.
You're going to bring back American greatness if you keep folding like a cheap suit. Trump exempts smartphones, other electronics from Chinese tariffs. Liberation Day lasted a week. A week. And you expect all of these companies to just start bringing back their manufacturing when you just keep folding. You blinked. You blinked again. China called your bluff and you blinked because they know how weak Trump is. Trump is weak. And he shows it time and time again. I love when he gets his sycophants out there to defend his position on something, and then he completely folds the next day. Oh, just wait. Just wait. You got to give it time. You got to give it time. Just trust the process. He doesn't even give it time. He just folds immediately. Immediately folds. He's going to do all these things, right? And no matter what, his obedient and submissive supporters will just continue to cheer, even if it's cheering for the opposite of what they were cheering for the day before. They don't care. They have no held beliefs other than cheering their big orange Donnie boy. No matter what he does, he's perfect. Even if he flip-flops, 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 flip-flops every single day, just flip-flops. Liberation. It lasted 7 days. And now he's folding in this trade war with China. I love that China called his bluff and is showing him for the fraud that he is. And you're going to just call that art of the deal. No held convictions. You think he cares about those manufacturing jobs. You think he cares about improving the lives of the middle class. Then you are the mark. You are why we are in this position in the first place. And you're just as weak as he is.
I mean, I don't mean to be so blunt about it, but I told you so. Apple is not making the iPhone in the US, despite people thinking that the tariffs are going to cause this to happen. It's not. We talked about in another video how it would just be way too difficult to manufacture iPhones in the US. It would be prohibitively expensive. We don't have so much of the knowledge that is necessary, and we won't for an entire generation, even if we started doing that now. It took Apple 4 to 5 years to build an entire factory to build a single chip that is still 5 years behind the rest of the market. So to make an entire iPhone from beginning in the US would be extremely difficult and extremely expensive. But now, not only was it going to be very hard before, now it doesn't even matter, as iPhones, as well as many other components out of China, are exempt from the tariffs. Computers, monitor, smartphones, hard drives, SSDs, DRAM, all of these are exempt from the current round of tariffs in China, as are other devices, including flat panel TVs, power supplies, and video cards. Just to be clear, I am not against manufacturing anything in the US, but I'm also a realist. And if an iPhone is manufactured in the US, it would take many, many years to do. That's all I'm saying. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen in 4 to 5 years. It's going to be many years, and that phone will still be more expensive. But technically, I guess it's possible. But this latest round of exceptions on iPhones from the tariff list makes it even more unlikely that Apple is just going to move its entire supply chain for the iPhone to the US. So again, iPhone not going to be made in America anytime
At this point, guys, I don't even know what side he's on, right? I don't know if he's on the tech giant side, or if he's just, because some people are saying he's trying to relieve, is using the smart pressure relief, so to say, or is just caving in to corporate giants. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section, because without reasonable doubt, Trump is still fully on with made in America, okay, decoupling from China and using those tariffs as leverage. So yeah, it feels like when you're playing chess, for those of us that play chess, when you're playing chess and it feels like a strategic chess move, but not full surrender, right? You're just trying to see how it's going to work. Well, guys, the clock is ticking, okay? And more tariffs are still set to hit in July if no deals are made. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section. This electronic tech thing, what do you think? Do you think it's a smart move, or do you think some people are gonna benefit more than some people? Let me know what you think in the comment section. If you have found value in this video, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in my next video. Please don't forget to stay safe. Mental health is important. Ciao.